About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there, a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Let's go. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
X3, 218, go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Look, squeeze. Hey,
on first down, Hubbard, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, high 7.
To throw on second down, Costello. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, this is Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
On second and 12, Allen. He gets it in the hands of Geis. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Don't be scared of it. Watch the safety creep.
Hey, watch it.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Got it.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On second down now, it's Hubbard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 36-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Hubbard. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
But for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hey. Hurry. Steve Griffin.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 6-0 our score after 1. Jones, the lone receiver left. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And hang on here, Freeman shaken up. Remaining on the ground after that last play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Yep. Bravo.
Mike 58, right there.
Now.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 50.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Costello. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Everybody 19.
Mike 37. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Here's Allen to throw it. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play in that situation.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen, that's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line. 40. Let's go. Turn up. Kill.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Alert 3. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Allen to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Look at me, zipper.
Mike's 49. Mike's 48.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
2nd and 6. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ready.
53 is the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch it go.
On third down, Hubbard. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, Costello. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Nice, sweetheart.
Second and 2. Caught by Jones. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Hubbard, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, Orbit.
Time to go, night. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Mike, 28.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Costello. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. 4th down, and out comes the Falcon kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
We got this.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you over. Check. He's checking. Crash. Pick the edge. Come. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check three. Check go. Check the backer.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Hey, check Brown 80.
Watch the run.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Check 19. Check 45 to Mike. Not here. Back. Middle. Kill. He's crashing.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard brushing off defenders. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bill 6. Giorgio Tavecchio, the kickoff for Atlanta.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
25, check 25, check 25. Hey, home. Here we go, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. You gonna get this ball? Smooth. You think you gonna get this?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Geis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
45. Mike, 45. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Give me, stay home.
What we got? Dudes. Watch out.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Everybody ready?
Mike 37. Good track.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10 to 9. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
You take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Costello throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Darius Geis with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight end right.
Hey, Steve 6. Hey,
number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Roll your jump.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Bills' 45-yard line.
Ready! We're ready!
Mark 49.
Got it!
Watch the run.
Hey, exit!
49 to Mike. Watch 49. I got one.
Ready, son!
From the shotgun, Ryan airing it out, looking for... And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Got it!
Mike 49.
Got it!
Pick me up.
Hey, Alpha!
49 to Mike. Watch 49. All day, punk. 49, guys. Mike.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
36.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready! Back 25!
53 to Mike. I got you.
Hey, Tuesday!
Again, Ryan. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Switch.
39.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight end's right. Three down. Set back.
Get up! 22! 5! 22!
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
It's our time. Check 26.
They start on the ground with Geis. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check hot route. Hot. Mike 52.
Hey, Delta!
And here's Allen operating from the gun. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
On third down, Allen. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Returnable here from the 38. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Shady, blue 80, right 25, 53, get ready, hey, take this, undercut,
On first down, it's Hubbard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan is going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's put that team on the front.
Now Allen from the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Ryan. Complete to Jones. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
there. 20. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, South. Is that yours? Hey, 59, ready. Check. Out. Got it. Check 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. On third down, Hubbard. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
51, jump!
53 is the mic.
Gun.
It's our time. Let's go. Here we go.
25 tonight!
Mike, 53.
Yeah. 20.
53 is Mike. Check, 53 is
Mike, 25 tonight! Let him go!
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And that is incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
Slam. No. Off.
Half 85.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
65.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. It's Hubbard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. So it all rests now on the left foot of Giorgio Tavecchio. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to